Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Patty the Dazzling Diva, and if you're returning, welcome back. I'm a part-time reseller on sites such as Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Etsy. And what I have for you in this video are my sales for the past, not the past, I'm a little bit behind, but my sales from June the 2nd to June 8th on all three platforms. So if you want to see what is selling for me in the summertime, as a part-time reseller on these platforms, make sure to go ahead and stay tuned. All right, so unfortunately, I did not have any sales on Etsy for this week. In the next video that I have, I do have 2 sales for Etsy. It's going to happen the week after this. But the only sale that I had on Poshmark was this sign that I got. I got a bunch of them. We used to have an Amazon return store. And one of those stores where every day the prices are different. So I used to go shopping on $1 day and 50 cents day. And I'm pretty sure I only paid like 50 cents for this because I wouldn't have paid $1. Sometimes I did, depending on what the thing was, because these used to sell a little bit more consistently than they do now. But I just thought this was really funny. So it did sell for the $10. Which with Poshmark, anything under $15 has a $2.95. So that $7 minus, like, let's say I paid $1 for it. That's still pretty good because on Poshmark you can send everything out with priority mail shipping, which is free. So you're not out of any shipping fees. So not bad for $1 investments. Just slip it in. It's easy to ship out as well. So I did have 4 sales on Mercari. Mercari has been doing fairly well. I need to start cross-listing more over there because I was getting pretty good sales over there. So I try to cross-list at least 10 items a day. I've been slacking off the last couple of weeks. So that's why I'm not like too disappointed in my sales that are on eBay, Mercari, because I haven't been feeling well for the past few weeks or so. So I haven't been listing a whole lot. So if you don't list, a lot of times you don't sell. But anyway, we have the Squidward. Squidward is a character that I do like to sell. SpongeBob is a little bit saturated, so it doesn't sell as well, but Squidward does. I sold this Squidward like purse, like his head had like a zipper and you can put stuff in there. And I sold that for like $40, $50. But anyways, but this sold on Mercari for $15, was an offer that I sent out. This is ZZ Bears, but it had like this cute FedEx delivery guy uniform on, so I went ahead and picked it up. I never heard for the brand, but I figured it'd sell because of the outfit that it had on. I bought this from, we used to have a Salvation Army not far from me that, it wasn't very big. It didn't have a lot of stuff in it, but the things that they had was reasonable. Well, recently I went in there and they have totally raised the prices on everything that is in there, which is crazy to me. So I haven't been like in like a month or so, but let me know how the Salvation Armies are near you. Have they raised their prices? Because normally the Salvation Armies are pretty good with keeping their prices low. But this did sell for $14, which is the offer I sent out. Then we have this book. I looked this up since it was a specific book. It's about fertility. Very important topic. So I looked it up. It was selling pretty well. And it did sell for $8. Next, we have the Sesame Street Elmo. I came across, the thrift was having, I think, either 4 or 5 for $1 sale. And so it may have been less than this because I think it was a church thrift that was going out of business. So these don't normally sell well individually, but I figured by lotting them up, I could sell them. And so this hasn't been listed for too long. So they did sell on an offer that was sent to me for $14. That's one of the things that I like about Mercari is when they send you offers, they can't send you like lowball offers. It doesn't allow it. So McDonald's toys are hit and miss. I've started lotting a lot of them up together, but since this was new in package, I did list this by itself. I did look it up to see, and it did sell pretty well, and it sold for the $9.49. As far as this 5% off, I have a 5% off at all times on my store, unless I like, sometimes I'll change it up on the weekends and do 10-15%, or if there's a holiday. But I have the 5% off because I do believe that having a store brings, a sale brings more attention to your store. Next, I had gotten a lot of dinosaurs, and so I decided to lot some of them up together. And this did sell for the $12.30. Then we have, I had never heard of this cute little chubby puppy. It rolls along and makes like these little noises. I think it makes noises as well. I tested it, it did work. But I sold for $14.20. I just looked it up because I just thought it was just so cute, and since it was battery operated, I wanted to see if it's what it sold for. Next, we have this Ode Billy Joel. The thrift was having a sale. I think this was in the bin that was maybe like 25 cents. So I picked this up along with some other sheet music. Some of it's been selling, but it's probably going to be something that sits for a while, but it's okay. Next, we have this Straight Down. I had never heard of this brand before. This came to me in a Goodwill blue box. It has been getting pretty good attention, and it finally sold for an offer to likers of $16.14. This I decided to look up mainly because I grew up playing softball, so I was just curious in this book. But it's something that looks like it was independently printed, but the sell-through rate was really good on it. So I went ahead and picked it up, and it did sell for the $9.49. Next, I like to pick up men's cargo shorts. They seem to sell pretty well, and it's something that you can keyword, like even if it isn't a major brand, if it's in good condition, you can still sell them. But this did sell for $15.95. Next, I love Peanuts and Snoopy, but it is not a brand that I have to stop myself from picking up, especially if I'm out like Ross or Marshalls or somewhere like that, because they do have a lot of like peanut branded merchandise, like you can find tablecloths and kitchen towels and all this other kind of stuff. But I found two feeding bowls in a thrift, and the other one sold really quickly. I've had this one not for too long, but I had it for a little bit, but it finally did sell for the $15.68. I have two little abandoned kitties. Probably should have saved this for them, so that I've been feeding because I don't know where their mother is, but anyway. This Talbot sweater sold for $16.12, and this is one of the reasons why I still I wouldn't list like a down sweater or a really fluffy sweater or anything like that, but something like this that people can wear in an office. If I came across it, I would still list it, because like if anybody is like me, my office is freezing, absolutely freezing. And other people are sitting there with the fan on. It's hilarious to me. Sometimes I have to turn on the heater. So if you find a light sweater, I wouldn't necessarily save it to not list into the winter. I would go ahead and list it, and maybe even in the title put office sweater. But anyways, if I didn't say, this did sell for the $16.12. Next, we have this TJ Berry Tales. I never heard of this, but it's old technology. And I had the thrift that I used to go to, the church thrift, had like a whole bag full of these. And I picked them up. I looked them up. They were selling pretty well. And so I went ahead and picked it up, and someone bought both of these. I only have like one left. I think I bought like 10 or 12 of them, and I have like one left, but they bought these to visit to the doctor, and the outer space one. This one, it was supposed to come with, I think it came with like a little walkie-talkie or something. Yeah, so it didn't have, well, not the walkie-talkie, but it didn't have like this little thing that it comes with. So, but at any rate, the person bought both of these, one for $14.24 and this one's for $16.14. I was curious to know like what the TJ Berry Tails was, because I used to have a Teddy Ruxpin. I want to know, and it seems like it is kind of like the Teddy Ruxpin kind of thing, where you can where it does like a little animation, things like that. Don't know if the mouth moves. I'm trying to see if the mouth moves or not. Doesn't look like maybe the mouth moves like the Teddy Ruxpin used to. But this is, you know, what it looks like. Has like the little, so pretty neat. I did sell one that did have this with it. That one sold fairly quickly. But yeah, just a neat little toy. But, and last but not least, I sold the Born BOC Women Thong Sandals. Sandals, of course, are selling well because it is winter time, so make sure that you have your sandals. I'm going to go through all of my shoes to make sure that my shoes are listed, because if you've watched a few of my latest videos, I've been going through my inventory and I have been finding out that unfortunately some of my inventory has fallen off. eBay does do that. I don't know if you've realized that or not. People who've been selling for eBay for a while probably realize this, but if your items will fall off of eBay inexplicably, sometimes it's like you'll think something, you'll be wondering why something hasn't sold, and you'll go on eBay and it's no longer listed. I don't know why that happens, but that's why it's a good idea to at least once a year go through your inventory to make sure things are still listed. So what I'm doing is I'm just like every week I'll just like pick a category and I'll try to do a little bit every week I'll try to do at least like a box of inventory or a section of inventory. Like my shoes, I have my shoes on a shoe rack, so I'll like one week I'll just go through all the shoes that are on the shoe rack to make sure that they are listed. If I have clothes that are in a bin, I'll just do like a bin a week, a bin or two a week, and then that way you can keep up with your inventory without being overwhelmed by having to go through all of your inventory at one time. But thank you so much for joining me. If you found anything interesting, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know you like these. Also, I do other types of videos. I do tips and tricks. I do have a fun box, thread up fun box that's coming. I have some other Goodwill mystery boxes that are coming. I have an experiment that I'm going to be doing with Goodwill mystery boxes and thread up mystery boxes. I'll announce that a little bit later on what I'm going to be doing with that. But if that sounds interesting, you want to be notified, make sure to get the bell notification so you know when those videos drop. So hope to see you back soon. Bye for now.